house price predictions for 2023, they are going to collapse. No, I'm only joking. What's going to happen to the property market? Well, look, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows for sure what's going to go on in the property market. However, there are indicators and clues in the market that allows us to consider what could happen or what's likely to happen in order for us to make decisions around what we should be doing this year and next year. So where are we right now in the marketplace? Well, if we look back till last year, 2022, mid-2022, prices were rising very, very quickly. They're the highest that they've been for a very long time. People are fighting over trying to get property deals done, and the asking price might be X here. The sale price is up here because people are driving up the price. It's a basic supply and demand, basic economics. There's more people chasing a limited amount of property, and that's driving up prices. And where are we now, though? So as we're recording this at the moment, we've had 12 consecutive interest rate rises from the Bank of England. The reason they're doing that is because they're trying to slow the economy down because inflation is rampant at the moment, and they're trying to encourage us to spend less to get the economy back under control. And what that is doing is making affordability much more difficult. So although there still may be an appetite for some people to want to go out and buy property, but what's actually happening is people are unable to buy in the same way they could last year. So, for example, let's say somebody's purchasing a property for £300,000 last year and they were taking out a mortgage. The mortgage they would have got for that based on, say, a 2% loan or whatever the rate was at the time, would, based on their affordability, they can borrow up to, say, £300,000, just for argument's sake. However, today, if they were looking to purchase the same property at the same value, they wouldn't be able to borrow the same amount of money. They'd, in fact, be able to borrow less for two reasons. The first reason is because the cost of debt is higher, i.e. the interest rates are higher, so it costs more money. So their monthly salary that they have and a portion of that they can use towards servicing the debt and paying the mortgage now doesn't buy you as much debt as it did last year. So it's forcing you to only be able to buy property at a lower value than compared to the same property last year. The second thing is, it's not just that the house prices are your affordability from a mortgage point of view, but also generally what's happening is because the cost of living crisis, meaning things are costing more. Your food on the table is costing more, heating your house, the electricity, fuel in the car, everything is costing more, meaning your salary, which probably hasn't changed very much over the last couple of years, is now buying you less than it was previously. So you've got less money to spend. So the challenge here is not only is your affordability lower because the interest rates are higher and you can't borrow as much money, but your affordability is also lower because your other living costs are higher. Ultimately, what all that means is that the person who wants to purchase a property can now no longer afford the same property that they were able to last year. Now, we seem to be in this transition at the moment where the people that are buying have realized that's the case. People that are selling actually haven't quite computed that yet and understood that the market shifted, there's fewer buyers, and some prices are now starting to fall. So the prediction is that house prices will probably fall a little bit this year. It's very unlikely that we'll have a crash. That's my belief, but I think the prices will slow. I think we'll also have at least another couple of interest rate rises from the Bank of England yet to happen before overall the market starts to slow down, and then we'll start feeling that pinch. I think we will not have a crash because the country does not benefit from that happening, and the government has a lot of influence over how the economy behaves. They can stimulate the property market, they can slow it down as well if they want to, because the impact it has on the property market. Now, during COVID, the Chancellor of the Exchequer at the time, Rishi Sunak, was adamant he was not going to let the economy collapse, and he poured whatever money he needed to into the economy to keep the country going and help lift the property prices. Now that person is in charge of running the country, he has the top seat. He is not going to let this country collapse economically. That's my opinion. So I think, in short, the property prices will slow down and they'll drop and there'll be more opportunities, but I don't think we'll see a collapse in the market.